And we're back, and it's time now to catch up on all the big stories of the week in Crown Jewels with the legendary royal journalist and biographer Robert Jobson. Now, maybe, just maybe, Prince Charles needs some new chums. First, he cozied up to Greta Thunberg and Insulate Britain on their climate crusade, and now the political prince has launched a stomach-churning charm offensive towards communist China. Here he is speaking yesterday at a virtual roundtable discussion with 10 of China's most important business leaders following an invite from the president.
Of course, an intimate understanding of nature has underpinned Chinese civilization, craftsmanship and philosophy for millennia. In this regard, I am extremely proud that my School of Traditional Arts has been running projects in various parts of China for the past decade. We seem intent on testing our unique world to destruction. But, as Chinese culture has long understood, our interrelationship with nature is critical for our own health and that of everything around us.
Jobbo, I have to say, I don't think this has been a great week for Prince Charles. I want him to be a great king. I know you're very supportive of him. You're the journalist who knows the heir to the throne best. But look, he did that interview with the BBC, seeming to support Thunberg and XR and Insulate Britain. Now he's aligning himself with China. I just don't think this is the right approach for him. But am I wrong, Jobbo?
Well, you're not really, Dan. The fact is, I know for a fact that the Prince is not a great fan of China. I mean, we know from his comments about waxworks and various things to do with that. I know that he finds some of the things they do pretty appalling. But clearly this is a case of a man who feels we're at the edge of a serious problem with the world, which we are, reaching out to one of the worst offenders. And if he can speak to 10 of these big billionaires, tycoons that can impact what goes on in this so-called communist state, which is the biggest entrepreneurial capitalist state there probably is, pumping out all of this problem for the world, I think he thinks he's got to give it a go. But I must be honest, when I saw him speaking there, I felt that it was him trying in his latter years to get something done rather than actually being quite genuine.
Yeah, speaking of people who aren't genuine, Jobbo, Harry and Meghan, they're bankers now, believe it or not, with an apparently ethical bank. I think there really wasn't quite such a thing. But Jobbo, tell me about this company. It's completely bizarre. Apparently they have a dog who they describe as the chief smile officer, and Harry and Meghan are going to be, what, chief impact officers, whatever that means?
Yeah, I mean, basically, they're just getting an awful lot of people to be attracted to them. They're putting their own money into the bank. I mean, they're very much, I think they call them hippie bankers, but these are people that know how to make money. I mean, they're coming from JP Morgan and various big money-making places.
Yeah, they're called hippie. Wear tie-dyed shirts, Chopper.
But they've had their epiphany, as it were, but they're really investing in companies that, will have an ethical background. They're going to be making a sustainable background. Well, to be honest, in all honesty, most bankers now are having a look at that going forward over the next 10 years. Otherwise, they're going to be out of step. So, they're not dafting doing this. They're putting the money in the long term, which will probably make them more money than it would have done if they hadn't. So, I mean, this is all part of what people are talking about now. Government policies are going to be, all to do with this. So you've got to get on the train now. And anyone who's got a lot of money and they've got the smart money will be doing that.
Well, you know what this is about? It's all about the big bucks. It's all about the moolah. This couple just want money, 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 money. They are obsessed with money. They dream about money. They don't care about anything other than money. And they've proven that.
Well, now it looks like they're looking for money to genuinely grow on trees, doesn't it? I mean, that is what they're actually getting involved with.
Oh, indeed. Well, another bonkers week for the royal family. Robert Jobson, you are certainly busy at the moment. Thank you so much. We'll speak again next week. Dan. Of course. Thanks, Jobbo.